Hi, Rebecca. Tony Stokman. I got your email about the Upwards, and I'm sorry you're having problems with the game. Um, and by the way, my dad did well with surgery. He actually the tendon tore on his knee that attaches the quadricep in the knee. He was actually watching our kids when we were in Las Vegas, and he hit his knee on the end of the couch, which has a wooden end. So it's going to be tough. He about 12 weeks of no driving, and my mom is legally blind, so it should be interesting. So, but anyway, he's got good kids. So I'm going to talk to you here about a couple different ideas I have for why that game might not be working, and I thought it'd be best to just create a quick YouTube video. So I guess, my first thing is, are you running Windows Home or Windows Professional? And I believe you're professional because you said Windows 64-bit. And to find out, left click on the start, and then right click on computer, and then left click on properties. And you'll see in the case of my computer, here it is. I have Windows 7 Professional, and here you can see 64-bit operating system. So I'm pretty sure you've got the same. So that's number one. Make sure you have that. And then a couple different things I want to walk you through. Again, because it worked for you before, is number one, I want you to try turning off your protection on your computer, or like antivirus software. And like in my case, I have, if you can see on my screen, semantic endpoint, and I'm going to double click on that, and there should be an option in there for me to, I guess, turn it off. So I'll wait for this to come up. Change settings. And I think I go in here, haven't used this in a while. I think it's somewhere in here, but actually an easier way to do it, a couple different ways. If I click, you see the little arrow on the bottom right, and then here's my semantic endpoint, and then if I right click, I can disable semantic. And then that'll disable my, I guess, the protection on the computer while I play the game. But the game is a Hasbro game. It's safe. Nothing bad is on that disk. Another way to disable it is if you click on your Windows Start, go to your control panel, and I know my computer's a little slow here. It just did a reboot. I'm going under Administrative Tools. Wait for that to come up. Then I'm going under Services. And this is basically a long list of everything that's currently running on the computer. And in my looking for that semantic software, which is my antivirus. And I'm going to scroll down to it. And here it is, Semantic Endpoint Protection. And if I click on that, I can then stop the service. And then you'll see, now again, I'm sorry, you might not have semantic and have something different, so it'll say some kind of protection on. The number two thing I'm going to ask you to do is to disable your internet. And a couple ways to do that. In my case, you can see on the right hand side, click here, and then you can see I'm connected to my Mint website. I'm going to click on that, click on this guy, and disconnect. That'll then the wireless on the computer. I can also click over here on the start, and give me a second to remember this. Control panel. And I apologize, things going on my computer here that it's so slow. And then we're going to go under Network Settings, Network and Sharing Center. And I'm going to look for my wireless. Here, manage wireless connections. And then I'll see in the case here, here is my connection. Then I can either remove the network or just stop it right within there. So here I see automatically connect, and I can disconnect it that way. You can also go into, on the side of my computer, I have an on-off switch to turn that on and off. Or if you have a cable connected to your computer, you can do the same thing too. So those are a couple different things to do. I also want to show you a third idea I have. In this case, I have a disk in the drive, and in this computer, this game will not work on Windows 7. And it's called USNF, it's US Navy Fighters. If I right click on that file, and then if I go Properties, left click on Properties, I'm sorry, wrong file, Setup file, it's the application file. If you can see the word application over here, I'm going to go to Properties. I'm going to click on Compatibility. And on the disk is a year, and in this case, this disk is 1997. So I'm going to choose to run it in Windows 98 mode. I'm also going to do run in 256 and then run in 640, and then run as administrator. Apply and OK. And I'm also going to do the same thing for any other application files like this one here. That I've seen work 100 times for different customers with Windows 7. And then I don't know if I told you about the third method, but it's called XP emulation mode, and I'm gonna actually send you a link to it. Let me just Google it real quick. And XP emulation. Lots of issues on my computer here. XP Windows 7, and I think it's this first one, download Windows XP mode. And then the XP website, and then in here you select what you have. In my case, I have Windows Professional 64-bit. So now I'll close out, and I'm not going to install it here. But once that's installed, you'll actually come down here and then run the program. Let's see where that, it put it on my computer. Here it is, Windows Virtual PC, and then XP mode. And when I run that, what'll happen is it'll basically emulate an XP machine on my computer. Now, I'm kind of at a loss why it worked 2 times and then it didn't the third. Again, my first guess is disabling your firewall or your protection. Number 2, getting rid of your internet. Then if that doesn't work, one is that XP, or I'm sorry, the Windows compatibility mode, and then finally this Windows XP mode. One of those 4 have to work. It's 99% of the time with the games on Windows 7 that this works. And I apologize for the length of the video. I know it was long, but I've had a long day, and it's just not behaving today. So that's the end of the video. And if I would let this thing finish, see, or actually it's going right now, I think. I'll actually open up a different desktop machine. Oh, good, here it is. So Windows XP mode, and it's trying to pull up what I had on there last time. And there it is. And you can actually see that it's another desktop within the machine. And in this case, like Super Categories, which I know is a Hasbro game, and I think the Upwards is also a Hasbro game. and that might be the trick to running it. And then within there, all you're doing is going to that drive and then running that game. So hopefully that made sense. The length of it, but a lot easier than an email. Take care. Bye.